Hi, welcome to another episode of Life with Humberto. As you know, it's been a couple of months since the last one, so since from January actually to now May, which happens to be Monday, May 21st, 2012. So a couple of updates, and where do we start? Let's start with hockey. So as far as the review side, I have a couple of new sticks. I still have to do the AK-27 review. I used that stick once though, so it broke. So unfortunately, I can only tell you for about 1.5 games worth, and then the rest is just not going to work out. So I don't think it would be fair for me to assess that. But I will say that I really like that stick, so I can't wait to send it out to the SRS system. I'm trying to talk Charlie, the guy who does all my palms, into doing the SRS. It's a really good business, very high in demand business, and if you break your sticks often, I really do suggest using the SRS system. Let's see here, what else? I got a Warrior Widow. It's really good stick, I love it. It's 90 flex, but because of the taper, it feels ridiculously whippy, and it kind of bothers me after a while, but you know, who cares? It's a good stick. It was really cheap, surprisingly cheap, so I'm happy with it. The baby room is almost complete, and so that's gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna be painting it this Thursday or Friday, so that's gonna be really rad. I guarantee that it's going to be a lot of fun, not painting, but I mean having the baby room done, especially now that we're at about 30 days to go, literally exactly 30 days to go starting today. So it's really cool, really exciting. Let's see here. So the hockey room has been converted into a full baby room, and it's really, really cool. Whitney is a fantastic human being. I love her. She's everything to me. I love you. You do mean everything to me. When I tell you every day, I really do mean it. I really do. You know, the house, we adopted a puppy. I guess Whitney was walking around outside, and there was a random, you know, puppy. I don't know, I call him Wishbone because he looks like the dog from the TV show Wishbone from the 90s. So I'm allergic to him, but I guess I gotta put up with it, so whatever. So now we have a couple of dogs. I also have begun to do this really cool thing, and you know, some of you do have me on Facebook. I do this this cool thing called, that my friend turned me on to. She does a daily picture, but she does it of random things. I decided to do a picture of day of my face every day at 11 p.m. wherever I am, wherever I've been, or you know, wherever I'm going to be at 11 p.m. As soon as the alarm goes off I go to the, you know, nearest lit area so we can get a good look at my face. And I started it on February 29th because I figured, you know, it's a leap year day, and what better day to start it on than that? You know, not a lot of people can start things on that day, so you know, one of those few things that I could actually get in, and it's been really cool. I've actually seen my beard grow and just, you know, get destroyed and everything. I miss Garrett. Garrett, I miss you. So Alia, I know if you're watching this video, tell him, you know, I miss him. He's my hockey friend. He's one of my good friends as well. I love the guy. He's visiting her right now up in Washington. He's been talking about her, doesn't shut his mouth about her. She, you know, according to him, she's a wonderful human being. She's a great person. I've gotten to talk to her a few times. I see some of her videos too. Great personality, beautiful person. You know, if anybody negates that, you know what, you can go to hell, because you don't know a good quality person then. So I hope you guys are having a lot of fun together. You guys do seem like you are. Let's see here. So let's get down to the actual personal stuff. It was my birthday on April 29th, so it was pretty cool because it happened to be game 2 of the second round of the playoffs for the Coyotes versus the Nashville Predators. The Coyotes won about 5-3, 5-2. I can't remember. The whole day was a blur. It was amazing. I've been watching the Coyotes since they came back in 1996, and I have the cassette. I actually found it the other night as well, so I do still have it. When I was about 12 years old, back in the 96-97 season, I was watching, I was doing some homework, because that's one of the things that I did back then. Apparently, I did all my homework. I was in a lot of, you know, really high classes, even as a little kid. I got bumped up a few grades, you know, grade levels, and with the older kids. But You know, and I was doing my homework, and there was nothing going on the radio. Nothing was on Power 92. Now it's Power 98. It's like a hip hop station. So I turned to 93.3 KDKB, which is a a classic rock station, and they interrupt in the middle of a Led Zeppelin song, and all of a sudden I heard Kurt Keelback's voice, which was he started saying, "Welcome to the NHL, Phoenix, Arizona, and hockey fans of Arizona. These are your Phoenix Coyotes." And he started introducing all the players, and they cut, and it was just amazing. I was like, oh my God, what is this? Because at the time I was only into football and baseball, and I really hated football. I only did it because it was the only program for sports available at my school. There wasn't even soccer, and I came over as a kid from Mexico, and I played a lot of soccer there. So you come over here and it's like, we don't play soccer? Wow. And then of course baseball, which is the American boring time, but hey, it's fun to play. It's just not fun to watch. Sorry. So I really got hooked on that, and I think I really got super hooked on that when I heard the first goal where he's just like, he shoots, and then he always did this pause like, score, and he always did that. It's amazing. I loved it. I miss that guy. I really wish the Coyotes didn't just walk away on him. I hate the new guys to do the play-by-play for the Coyotes. Whenever I watch a Coyotes game, I actually put it on mute and start playing music, as you hear in the background. Right now I'm listening to Rancid. So that's how it's been. I mean, I got to meet the guy when I worked for the team. I was in the elevator with him, and I just turned around. I was about 22 years old, and I turned around and looked at him, and I'm like, hey man. And he's like, yes, young man. And I said, sir, I've been listening to your voice since I was about 12 years old. I know a lot of people don't tell you this, but you are the reason why I love hockey, even more than I did back then or anything. I mean, it was great and all that other stuff. I mean, I was watching hockey before, but I mean, we didn't have a team in Arizona. So back then, 1996, 1995, I was watching whatever was available on Fox. And I really liked the Montreal Canadiens. I thought they were cool. And then I went to a lot of ASU games. I went to a lot of Roadrunner games. But we didn't have a real NHL team. So unfortunately for Winnipeg, fortunately for us, we got a team. And I was hooked. I was hooked on the team. His intro, everything just got me hooked on the team. It was amazing. It really, really blew my mind. So I've been a fan of theirs, and it's been Montreal, Phoenix, and then when I quit working for the Coyotes in the arena, I grew like a love-hate relationship for them, because during the Gretzky years was like the most painful years I've ever seen for a sports team ever. And I mean, Canada's golden boy could do no wrong, yet he and his buddies drove a hockey team, a professional hockey team, straight into the ground, into the basement. And then everybody else in Canada is like, Gretzky didn't do it, it was the fans. We didn't do shit, son. We're not part of the fucking management team. We're not part of any of that shit. Alright, so you can go suck on something, alright? Don't listen to TSN, whatever they try to feed you, the same fucking photo that they show you guys all the goddamn time on their little shitty fucking posts of, oh look, it's a Coyotes game. There's like 9 fans in the stands. If you look closer at the picture, you're really going to see Wayne Gretzky in the bench. He hasn't coached since 2008, 2009. And it's from when they used to not wear the Edge jerseys. When did they switch to the Edge jerseys? 07, 08. All right, or 07, 08, because 2006, 2007, they were still wearing the regular jerseys. So this was previous to that. And then so back then, when the Coyotes were basically a laughingstock, when Wayne Gretzky pile drove the team into the ground, ruined top 3 draft pick prospects. All of them. And of course, it was us, our fault. Yeah, you can suck on something. So anyway, back to the real life. Of course, there's a few of you who know, there's not a lot of you who do, and now that you've heard me talk about it at the start of the video, I'm having a baby. Well, I'm not having a baby. Whitney's having a baby, my fiance, and we're having a boy, which is the most amazing thing in the world. I got really teary-eyed when we found out. I'll admit it, I started crying when we found out we were having a boy. We originally thought we were having a girl, so we had everything started, picked out and everything. We were going to name her Juliet, And then, you know, we found out that we were having a boy. We're like, oh man, that's shocking. We were really freaked out. It was crazy. And so, in like I said, in 30 more days, exactly from today, May 21st, so June 21st is his due date. You know, we're really looking forward to having him in our hands. I'm looking forward to having my son in my hands. He's our firstborn. He's my everything besides Whitney. And, you know, he represents everything about us, everything between us, everything that's going to be about us. And I can't describe it. And I think it's just going to get even more emotional once he's here. And, you know, to the point where I told a guy at work who started kind of making a joke about me being a dad. And I really cut him off, and I got really aggressive. I'm normally not that aggressive. I usually try to keep myself at bay. But if you even so dare say something fucked up about my kid or my fiance, I will fucking slit your throat. And we're really excited about him. We picked out the names. We got the whole room ready. Like I said, I'm painting it on Thursday. And so I just cannot wait. It's going to be the greatest thing in the world. I mean, to be able to hold him. And we did pick out his name. We decided to go off the board. I know a lot of stupid, ignorant people were really getting on me saying, oh, are you going to name him Paco or Taco or some ignorant bullshit being thrown out at me? We decided to go off the board. We went 18th century French era, Baroque era if I'm correct. I can't remember. I have it all written down. And so we looked up names, you know, that meant brilliance and greatness. And so for his first name, it's going to be Maxime, M-A-X-I-M-E, Maxime, like Maxime Talbot from the Philadelphia Flyers. When I looked that name up, we loved it. It stands for greatness, or to be the greatest. And then of course his middle name is going to be Alexander. So the really cool part about that is, you know, Alexander means to be great and be of brilliance. So his first name is the greatest of greatness, and his second name is going to be you know, to be great. So I'm really excited, even just about his name. Unfortunately, he's going to have a long name like Papa, but hey, you know what? You can't butcher Humberto any further than you could Maxime, so it'll be a lot easier for him. Plus, he'll have some really cool stories about it. And, you know, Whitney and I kind of got a little arguing about that because I originally wanted to name him Maurice or, you know, something Montreal related, but she wasn't really having none of that, so I got away with a couple. But hey, you know, it's better than naming him certain player names like now. So, so Max, whenever you do see this, you'll at least know that, hey, at least your name's not going to be Carrie or Patrick or Maurice or, you know, something like that. But you still have some great names. I'm very proud of those names, and I can't wait for you to introduce yourself to people and your cute little toddler voice. You know, whenever you meet anyone. So it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait. And also, we did pick out the theme for his room. We are going to be painting it green, and it's going to be turtles. I really wanted to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they're kind of violent for a child, so, you know, he'll gradually get into that. But, you know, growing up, I actually knew a lot about dinosaurs. I actually used to be able to name, I still can, I used to be able to name every single dinosaur from all the eras, you know, by scientific name. And this is at age 5 and 6. By scientific name, by the actual, you know, English word name, and, you know, I could tell you the years. And I was that obsessed with dinosaurs, so his theme is turtles, and it's also going to be dinosaurs as well. So it's going to be totally rad. It's going to be so much fun. Let's see here. That's his crib. Fresh repaint job. It's all white. It's going to be great. That's the painting that we have here. So that'll probably get switched over. That's going to be my new background for all the videos instead of this photo. And actually went and found something really cool at the store. I found some blue pants. So I'm totally going to rock those out and just be weird, and or as my coworkers like to call it, a hipster, even though I'm not. Also, I did get some cool new things from my friend in the mail. He sent me a bunch of Mr. Soak's sex wax. It's pretty cool. So he sent me about 3 or 4, and I still got the old one. So I'm basically set on wax for a long time. It's pretty cool. I'm still working on oh yeah, I'm sending in those Camilleri gloves that I got. I'm a huge fan of Michael Camilleri. I was really pissed off when he got traded from the Montreal Canadiens. So I found a guy who was selling a pair of his gloves, pro stock, from the Canadiens. They were really beat up. The gussets are kind of falling apart. I contacted Charlie. He's really going out of his way to help me out. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. You're a wonderful guy. I love talking to this guy. He's absolutely knowledgeable about hockey. He knows what he's talking about. He's not going to be one of those dummies who talks and can't do the work. So he puts in the work. I'll say that. That's about all I have for now. I'll get back to you guys and just talk about something different next time, and we'll give you another update as well. Cheers.